Hello, my friends, and welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. Now, if you are new to my channel, please put like and subscribe. Now, here I am after a few days of a little break. So, after this journey to Rome, after spending few days in the capital of Italy, I was in Rome from the 21st until the 25th. I'm back here to Basilicata. I'm here back here to my little town where I love my life here. But anyway, so in today's video, now first of all, I want to say one thing about today's video. Anyway, sorry for taking this little break. That I want to try to not monetize this channel, this video. So because I want to see now, I will upload this video once I finish to record, and I just want to understand if I'm not monetizing the video, if you're gonna watch the advertising. Because if you are telling me that you are not seeing any advertising under these videos, then I will not monetize anymore my videos. So I decided that anyway, I'd rather not let you watch advertisings. Then, anyway, it's to understand, it's about understanding if YouTube is going to put advertising even if I'm not monetizing my video. Anyway, so today's video is to talk anyway about this holiday that I took in Rome, which I brought my parents, quite elderly people, so I couldn't make many videos. I couldn't be active anyway because mainly I had to focus on bringing them here and bringing them there. So anyway, I only recorded few videos. Then the coincidence wanted that the day I left to Rome, that the day I went to Rome, suddenly the Pope died, so it meant to be a much easier little holiday to visit one place, to visit another place, but unfortunately all the places were so crowded and it hasn't been easy to visit all the places that I wanted to visit. For each place there were massive queues to the Vatican, to watch St. Peter Cathedral, the Vatican museums, which I was very interested. And anyway, I'd been able to enter after a very long queue. But anyway, let's talk about Rome. The things, the good, the bad, and the stereotypes. That's generally what I want to talk about in this video. So anyway, overall, I've been to Rome a few times in my life. This wasn't the first time. But I have to say that I had a very good impression about Rome this time. Maybe because the location where I had the B&B was nice. Actually, I can even recommend these apartments in case you want to visit Rome. They are called Kings of Rome Apartments. You can find their website once you type Kings of Rome Apartments. Anyway, were nice. They were not very expensive because obviously we paid nearly 50 euro a night for all of us, for all the four of us. But comparing to other B&B in the area, comparing to other hotels, anyway, this was much cheaper. And I have to say that the location was perfect, near San Giovanni. So basically, in a 1 kilometer distance, I was already in San Giovanni in Laterano, which is one of the main square in Rome, and then 1.5 kilometers, 2 kilometers by walk, let's say 1.5 miles to the Colosseum. by walk. If I wanted to take, for example, the metro, I actually had even a metro station only 100 meters from the B&B, so was actually very easy to commute from one place to another. Uh, Even if you arrive, for example, by plane and you land in Fiumicino, then from Fiumicino you commute to Termini train station, and from Termini train station is 6 stops to Furio Camillo. That is the metro stop where is located the B&B where I spent my few days. Anyway, overall, I have to say that I really like Rome. It's a nice, vibrant city, full of tourists, full of people. Um, I didn't find much dirtier than I couldn't expect. For example, anyway, this is a problem that I'd say is in Italy you find in most of the places where you go. They are not very clean, well kept. Even if, for example, Rome city center is generally well kept. Then once you're moving a bit in the surrounding area, but my impression was kind of quite positive. Um, Not really expensive, to be honest. Obviously, if you want to have a meal close to the very touristic places, yes, the prices are quite high. But for example, the bus tickets or the metro tickets were quite cheap comparing to other capitals in Europe. So, what else I can say positive about Rome? That anyway, in one of the videos that I made from Rome, I even said to myself, it could be convenient to buy a property here. Overall, the prices are not that mad. I checked that it's possible. I mean, obviously, they, we need an investment. Obviously, they're not giving houses for free, but it's still possible to buy, for example, a property not for huge amount of money. We are not talking about half millions of euros. Around 250,000 euro is already possible to buy something decent. So for it's a place where it's possible to make a kind of investment if someone would like, for example, to generate an extra income. Obviously, there is the taxation, there are the fees, and so on. Then the real profit might not be necessarily an easy calculation. Okay, I rent for 50 euro a night for 4 people. I've done quickly this calculation. Oh, it's 6,000 euro a month. I mean, obviously, this is just a rough calculation, but overall, I'd say it's profitable. It's profitable because if we consider anyway that Rome is the capital, anyway, it's full of history. Another thing that I really liked of Rome is that anyway, the amount of history in that city is simply unbelievable. Wherever you look around, for people who love history, I say that it's a paradise. It's a paradise because every single church, every single corner, the walls, the Roman ruins, and not only the Roman ruins, but there are so many places to visit. Fontana di Trevi, the Colosseum, i Fori Imperiali, Piazza di Spagna, Piazza Navona, the Jewish Ghetto, Campo dei Fiori, so many places to visit that anyway, it's well worth an holiday, and obviously it's well worth to visit, but as we know, Rome is one of the most visited cities on the planet, I'd say. Anyway, many positive things. Then overall, I want to say that negative. What can I say about negative about Rome? It's too big, but what is negative, let's say that is more about my feelings. Um, Now, when I was there, I was even thinking to myself, talking to my wife, and say maybe we should move here. Obviously, a city gives all the opportunities that you have when you are living in a big city, big cities, a lot of jobs. For example, I've said to myself, I'm gonna find easily a job if I need to work. So, but it's too big for me. I would never be able at the moment to go back to live in a city. Simply, my mind is not set anymore to live with the traffic, with chaos, chaotic situation, a lot of cars. Um, Anyway, wherever you look to find a parking space, for example, if you are driving to Rome and you have to find a parking space, even if you don't have to pay, because in the area where I was, where the B&B where I was staying is, we didn't have to pay for the parking space. But it was hard to find. It's very hard. Sometimes you have to spend 15, 20 minutes just driving around your location unless you have a garage. But garages are quite expensive in Rome. I didn't see actually many garages. In case comparing to other city, comparing to Milan or Turin, where each building kind of has its own garage. While in Rome, for example, I didn't see that. What else I didn't like about Rome? Overall, these are the things. Too big for me, the traffic, the noise. I'm not anymore, but I understand very well that we are all different, and there are people who appreciate these type of things for to have shops, any sort of shop around you, big shopping center. Let's say where I was, where the B&B what is, there were all type of shops around. So if you wanted to buy clothes, fancy clothes, don't know, jewelries, any sort of, as any big city, but it's simply not for me. At this stage of my life, maybe one day I'll go back to live in the city, but when I was there, a part of me was telling me, okay, maybe I should move here. Another one was saying straight away, but no, I can't wait to go back to Montemilone, in the small village where everything is quiet. Even if for me, quiet is really when I live in an isolated house, far from everyone, because when you are in a town, you still see people around. Then, anyway, there are big cities, small towns, or simply houses isolated in the middle of nowhere. Maybe my dream one day is an isolated house in the middle of nowhere with animals, with goats, chicken, and donkeys. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe one day. For now, anyway, I'm in between. I'm in a small town, no traffic, no chaos, no big noises. At least you might have a seller that is shouting in the street, fruit and veg, fruit and veg. These are the things, the type of noise that you can find here where I am. I'm not ready to go back to live in a city now. And then, anyway, just to close the video, the stereotypes, there are a lot of stereotypes about Italy, and in particular, there are a lot of stereotypes about Rome, pickpocketers, the dirt, which, for example, as I said in the beginning of the video, I didn't see really a lot of dirt in the city center. City center is well kept. Maybe in the suburban area where you see the bins, people are dumping as well mattresses and furniture. Then anyway, they go, they collect, but could be cleaner. Obviously, I hate for about the Italians that they generally don't care. There are the bins, but they'd rather throw everything just on the floor, from the butts of the cigarettes to any other sort of rubbish, pack of cigarettes, bottles, empty plastic bottles just thrown on the floor. I mean, from this point of view, I'd say Italians are still not 100% civilized. Um, then, anyway, a lot of foreigners, obviously, a lot of tourists, but mainly a lot of foreigners are really living in Rome. And what did I notice is that most of the shops, a lot of places, in a lot of shops I've been, from restaurants to any sort of fruit and veg, cleanings, they were all foreigners from South America, from Africa, from Asia. So we know that, anyway, cheap labor jobs, let's say, yes, but I was happy to see, for example, a lot of foreigners, second generation, who were born in Italy, speaking Italian like me. These always make me happy. It's something that I really, really appreciate when I see someone that is not Italian, could be Asian, could be African or South Americans, but speaking in Italian like me. This is something that always makes me proud of being Italian, and it's something that I like. Makes me feel like, wow, this person is Italian like me. For me, in the end, being Italian, it's something that is most related with the language. I arrived at this conclusion that obviously we can be Italian by passports, by blood, and so on. But when I notice that there is someone who is speaking Italian exactly like me, I really enjoy. I really enjoy that type of situation. Means that person is an established foreigner but living exactly as an Italian. All right, my friends. So a lot of stereotypes about Rome. We all know. What else I can say? But overall, I said nearly all I wanted to say. Are not coming to my mind at the moment. More things to say, but if you have something to say about Rome that I just missed in my video, please let me know. If you have visited Rome, or if you are planning to visit Rome, if you want to ask some questions, you are free, you are welcome to write it down under the comment section. Anyway, my friends, so here I am, back on my channel, Italy, a place to love, and please, if you arrive up to now, let me know if you are still watching the advertising, because I won't be happy if I'm not monetizing the video if you still have to watch the advertisings. It's something that I decided anyway to take a break. I'd rather you watching the videos without advertising than me monetizing. All right, my friends, so I wish you a lovely day, and I'll see you here soon on Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. Bye.